So I had a lot of y'all hit me up saying, bruh, it's been a hot minute since you've showcased Dr. Doom on the channel, so it's time for a throwback. And I figured, seeing as though we have the discount going on right now for unequipping CTPs, I'll go ahead and take my CTP of authority off of this guy, give him a rage, something that I've never done, and something I thought would actually be a good idea for him, just because it's kind of awkward to line up his damage proc perfectly because of the length of his 5th and his 4th skill, right? Where ideally you want to land the proc every single time on the 3rd because he has the defense down and he can channel this, and this is actually a good way to get a lot of damage out of Dr. Doom. But the length and the cooldown times on these two skills right here make it very hard to play Dr. Doom consistently in PvE with a CTP of energy. So many of you guys are wondering whether or not he is much better, right, damn near guard tier with a CTP of rage. And the answer to that question is very simple. No, Dr. Doom is very, very good for PvE, and he's extremely powerful for PvP. But no, the CTP of rage does not make him god tier. It doesn't push him to the level of people like Quicksilver, Namor, Jean Grey, Doctor Strange. You know, he doesn't go that far. Right, I'm going to show that to you guys in this video briefly on a couple of different stages. I would not recommend anyone give Dr. Doom any kind of CTP of rage. You should give him either energy if you want him in like PvE, or use him with authority if you want to use him in PvP. So we're going to try him out right here against Corvus. We're also going to try him against Cull. Might even try him against Proxima, depending on how these fights go. We're going to drop him in on 60 because we're going to use him with strikers, and this is the team that we're going to use. We're going to use him with Icky Vicky, right, just to give him that 35% all attack plus an extra 20% damage reduction and a 25% energy attack buff, since it is Dr. Doom that we are using her with. And then we're going to use this team right here. We're going to give him a little bit of ignore dodge, a lot of crowd control, and a little bit of defense down. I could ideally drop Deadpool out of here to give him some more ignore dodge, but you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that, because I don't want to hear you guys hit me up in the comments saying the reason why his damage isn't that good is because Corvus is dodging all of the attacks. So let's do that. Let's just focus on the crowd control to keep this guy stationary, and then we'll just see what Dr. Doom can do with a CTP of rage. Keep in mind the build is not fully optimized for a CTP of rage, and that's because I don't plan to use him with a CTP of rage for much longer, right? Just a few hours, show you guys what he can do, and ultimately just go right back to PvP where he truly belongs. And where is the rage proc, bro? Like, my goodness. And that was like peanuts for damage. Okay, let's try that again. 5. No. 4. No. 3. Okay. Rage proc. Thank you, Mr. Rage proc, or Mrs. Rage proc. Wow. Okay, let's try that again. 5. Look how long it yo, there's so many hits on those skills, bruh. I'm telling you guys, no, man. No. This is peanuts for damage, guys. Peanuts. I'm sorry. I know you guys are gonna say Dr. Doom is shit. He's not. It's just, he's not, the rage is not good, man. The rage is not good for him. Alright? And it's quite a pathetic show here. Like, just getting the rage to go off is a challenge itself, which shouldn't be the case, because you usually when you're using a CTP of rage on characters, it's because it makes it easier for you to get your proc on time every time. But that's not what I find to be the case. Even with so many hits on Victor, right, the proc is pretty inconsistent, and I have max crit rate on him, so it's not like my crit rate is low. If anything, my dodge is low, but I'm not getting hit at all by the boss, so like dodge isn't really a factor here, right? The boss is basically just completely locked down. But even with all these hits, look at this, the full 5, the full 4, right? Barely any damage at all, right? It's pretty sad. I'm telling you guys, do not give him rage. Do not do it, okay? Yeah, like I haven't, like even with Scarlet Witch and and Rachel in here constantly mind controlling and applying defense down, we're not seeing any kind of damage spike. The damage is just kind of, even when the proc like activates, the damage is just kind of like mediocre. Like, yeah, no, okay, no. This is a negatory, my friends. This is a negatory. You want to keep this guy in PvP. So yeah, over 2.5 minutes, barely took off 3 bars. So what we're gonna do here is just jump over against Cull on stage 50, and we're gonna just get rid of these guys. Now with Deadpool, Weapon X, and Negasonic in the mix, you're gonna notice he's gonna do a lot more damage, but that's because the defense down is gonna stack up so quickly that he's gonna have that spike that we didn't have against Corvus Clave. Let's do this. We're gonna start off with 5. So many hits, all them hits. See it right away, the spike, right from right. I knew that was gonna happen, but that's not off his own strength alone. That's coming from the strikers and the defense down. If I had put them in that stage, right, he would have looked really good as well over there. But actually, that may have actually not been the case, just because of the dodge being a factor. So Corvus could have dodged some of those attacks. Nice. So it looks like we could have gone up a little bit further here because of the strikers. Let's see if we can get another spike. Get back-to-back thirds. Let's use the 5th. Use the 4. Actually, I canceled a little bit too early there. That was my bad. Okay. Let's try that again. Ah, come on. Don't be running into your freaking face transition. Whatever. Let me move down here and not get him killed. All right. Let's see if we can get some more damage off. Woo! Ooh, hello. That was a good amount of damage there. See, like, ooh, these strikers, man. These strikers can make anybody look godly. Like, look how bad he was looking last time we used him, right? Because we didn't have Weapon X and Negasonic in the mix. He didn't look very good. But now he's looking like godly, cutting through Call Obsidian stage 50 in like 2 minutes, right? It just really goes to show how big of an impact strikers make, man. Like, this is actually pretty crazy. Let's go over against Proxima so you guys can see what he's doing over there with the strikers. But again, it's the strikers and not necessarily the character, right? So yeah, let's jump in, boys. And actually, you know what? Let's not even bring the strikers, because honestly, what's the point of putting a CTP of Rage on Dr. Doom if we're just gonna showcase what he can do with strikers, right? It doesn't really make sense in the grand scheme of things, because what you're seeing isn't the Rage. What you're seeing is the strikers. So we'll take a look at him here just for a few seconds, and you guys can let me know if you think he performs well enough to justify you giving him a CTP of Rage. My answer remains the same. It's a hell no. Like, I love Victor, right? Can't wait to see him get a uniform of some sort to make him better. Right? But until then, I will keep him in PvP where he actually puts in work. Right? I know some of you guys gonna be like, whoa, he's so bad. He's not bad. He's not a bad character. Like Odin and Dormammu, they're bad characters, right? Doom is just like not optimal for where we are right now in PvE content, right? When he came out, he was just on the fringe for PvE, but he was very good, and he still is very good for PvP. It's just that once we started to get stronger tier 3 characters, right, he fell out of the fold real quickly, which is understandable, right? He's one of the very few tier 2 characters that you actually still see somewhat in timeline. Him and Silver Surfer, which says a lot considering we have what, like 20 something tier 3 characters in the game. I think it's actually exactly 20 at this point. Lost count a while back. Right? So the fact that we have so many tier 3 characters in the game and Doom is still relevant in PvP. It says a lot because you get a big stat bump when you go up to tier 3, like HP wise, defense wise, and just damage wise in general, just from that tier 3 rank, right? Okay. Let's see if we can push her down to her next phase. Like, it's kind of unfortunate that we're not doing that much damage. But I think, if anything, this proves that the CTP of Rage, even though it's really good for certain characters like Doom, I think they're probably better off with energy. I might just leave Doom empty for a little while and try him out again on these stages next time without strikers and with the CTP of energy, since it's been a little while since I've used him. My raid level has gone up since then, so it'll be interesting to come back and see how much he actually improved or didn't improve with the rage compared to the energy. But yeah, you can see for yourself, like, this isn't a performance where I would say, okay, go pick up a CTP of rage and slap it on this guy. No, okay? No, definitely not. You have characters in the game that with a regular obelisk can do better than this. I'm sorry. And I know you guys are going to say, oh, this is just me being a scrub. And you may be right, but man, come on. How many procs do you think I can miss, right, before a character just like being bad with rage is the reason why? No, man. Trust me, if Doom was good with rage, we would have known by now. Someone out there would have figured it out and posted about it. I mean, so, yeah. But hey, even if they had posted about it, I still would have wanted to confirm it for myself. And I'm glad I did. So shout out to Netmarble for giving us that, that 99% discount to cover up their messed up behavior with the CTP of Insight. But yeah, this is where we are. Doom, not good with rage. So boys and girls, we are going to wrap this thing right here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Just wanted to give you guys a brief look at certain characters with the CTP of Rage, because I knew I wouldn't reach out of my own wallet to spend 600 crystals left, right, and center to pick up another Rage and put it on a different character, then pull it off and throw it all the way around, right? Some of these characters, I just know, like, based on playing with them and seeing how they perform in certain game modes, I knew that they wouldn't be good for PvE content. But sometimes it's better to show you guys than just to tell you, say, hey, trust me, you know, so-and-so is not going to be good with Rage. Some of you guys, you want to see it for yourself. And you saw it here for yourself, kind of. So let me know in the comments if you think this was satisfactory. I know not everyone's going to be pleased. You'll be like, you could have played him way better. His build could have been way better for Rage. But I don't have the time to go back and re-optimize every single character in my roster just for a CTP of Rage, to put it on them to show you that they're bad with it, to then destroy all the resources that I put into them. Doesn't make sense. I just want to give y'all a brief look, a small sample size. So say, hey, I'm not good with Rage. But if you want to make that plunge, feel free to do so. Come back and let me know I was wrong. And I'm happy to eat my words, because I'm a hungry beast. Anyways, boys, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, you know what to do, man. Hit that dislike button 2 times for me. I said 2 times, god damn it. And if it's your first time here, man, feel free to hit that subscribe button on your way out, because this is what we do, and we do it daily. You dig? Also, man, feel free to turn on post notifications if you're really down with the gang. I'm gone.